Hello there YouTubers, I'm your host SuperDavo001 and today I have access to vocal commentary since I'm not in university and I'm not going to have a million people wondering what the heck is he talking about. So today I thought I'd make use of that and I thought I'd make a video on parallel universe in SM64 Last Impact.
I'm tired.
If you're not already familiar with the parallel universes glitch in Mario 64, there are two real things I recommend checking out. First of all, check out the notes made by Tyler Caney, the person who discovered the glitch. Second of all, if that doesn't work, check out Commentate 2012's ultra memorific video on watch rolling rocks in 0.5 presses. That thing contains everything you need to know about parallel universes in order to understand this video. In fact, this video is partly based on it. So the first question is, will we be able to reach these PUs in Last Impact? After all, if we can't reach the PUs, then do they really count? Naturally, in order to reach the PUs, we need to build up enough speed. So can we do that? Well, in Mario 64, unless your name happens to be Pan, the main method of gaining speed is to use the backwards long jump glitch. Basically, by long jumping backwards very quickly in certain situations, you'll be able to build up an incredible amount of speed very quickly. It's this speed that we'll need to get to PUs. Basically, in order to gain speed, you need to be able to land very quickly after performing each backwards long jump, and there are 5 main ways to do that. The first kind is the slope BLJ, which is where you use a steep slope in order to push yourself back onto the ground immediately after performing the long jump. There are variations of this which also use the hitbox with a bob-omb in order to push you onto the slope. This is often useful when the slope is too shallow. The second kind is the elevator BLJ. This is where a rising elevator immediately pushes you back onto the platform as soon as you take off. Next is the step BLJ, made famous for allowing you to complete Super Mario 64 with just 16 stars. It involves backwards long jump here, the exact frame that Mario moves up a step. This causes the floor hitbox to move Mario upwards at the same time, causing him to immediately land, allowing him to jump again. The next kind of BLJ is the low ceiling BLJ. This involves wedging Mario in a small gap. This causes him to immediately hit the ceiling, allowing him to jump again. Lastly, we have the side BLJ, which is by far the most difficult to perform. It can often only be performed using TASes. It works by BLJing sideways along the stairs rather than BLJing up them. So which of these can be used to reach QP speed? Well, as far as we know, only the elevator BLJ. The others usually just go wrong after a certain speed. This leads us to a bit of a problem, as the elevator BLJ was actually fixed in Last Impact. Instead, Mario just jumps extra high. However, we do have one last trick up our sleeves, and that's the incredibly slow hyperspeed walking. This is another glitch that allows us to gain unlimited speed, however it works much slower, increasing linearly, not exponentially. This means it can take a very long time to gain the required speed. You may remember Pan's 12-hour task becoming a major meme because of it. However, what works works. It's the best option we've got, so can we find anywhere that we can perform it? As it turns out, there's only one spot known, discovered by Ethan White in 2016 on October the 2nd. This particular spot in the hub world is only actually usable at the very start of the game, so if you've already made progression, it's too late. For the record, I've already verified that this spot works all the way up to QPU speed, so you don't need to worry about that and you don't need to test it yourself. Save yourself some time. So we now have the speed, but can we actually access PUs? Well, there's one last problem. For some strange reason, only QPUs are accessible. That's 1 PU every 4. I don't know why this is, I don't know what causes it, but apparently that's the case. My only guess is that the creator of the hack, Cars, made the floor detection 4 times less precise. I don't know why I'd do that. The only reason I know would be to make the worlds 4 times larger, but as far as I'm aware, I've not seen any worlds that use that, so I don't know, I'm stuck. If you're watching this, Cars, and you know why it's the case, please say in the comments. I'm really curious. The result of this is that we need 4 times higher speed in order to travel to PUs. I've decided to call this speed hexadecimal parallel universe speed, or HDPU, just because I can. So how long will it take to reach this fancy new HDPU speed? Well, by my calculations, about 40 hours. And you thought Pan took a long time. And so after a couple of days, when you've built up enough speed and you finally venture into PUs, what will you see? Well, it pretty much looks like it usually does. The terrain's invisible, you can see the world in the distance, it's not much different. You also can't lock the camera, which is a bit of a problem, since if it was running on console, you'd kind of need to lock the camera to stop it from crashing, so it probably doesn't work on console, but since Last Impact's a ROM hack, that doesn't really matter. Also, by manipulating memory, it can be shown that PUs do exist in other areas as well, it's just we can't reach them yet. Will we ever be able to? Who knows? Finally, just out of curiosity, I started to wonder how fast can you move with hyperspeed walking? Well, I tested it on that particular spot and it turns out you can reach a speed of 8,388,608, or 8 HDPU or 32 QPU. This is probably similar to another SM64 spots. Finally, thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this slightly different video. If you did, please subscribe and I'll make more TASes and commentary and stuff in the future. Also, if you've been following my channel for a while, you may know that I also make other kinds of videos such as storm photography stuff. Well, I'm working on a project on that right now and soon enough you'll know more about it, so stay tuned.